Well, I've done this show since 2015. There may be no, let's see here, 32 seconds that I have looked forward to or enjoyed more than these 32 seconds right here.
So as I've been thinking about when I would deliver some news to the Senate, I always imagined a moment when I had total clarity and peace about the sunset of my work. A moment when I'm certain I have helped preserve the ideals I so strongly believe. That day arrived today.
And we're all saying effing hallelujah for that.
That's the big headline today, right? One of them.
Right.
Huge headline.
No.
Yes, it is.
Huge headline that now Damon, unfortunately, is going to be part of the headline, has to give up the only impression he does. Yeah, there it is. Mitch McConnell.
Sunrise, sunset,
announcing
on the roof.
He's resigning from the Senate. But he's not going to resign today, is it?
One of the more evil, backstabbing SOBs we've ever seen in the Senate by a country mile. There may be nobody second. And to see Republicans today, because I guess they feel like they have to be nicety nice, with all of these statements about Mitch McConnell, Tom Cotton today. Mitch McConnell's the lion of the Senate. Hugh Hewitt, he's the greatest servant he's the greatest sis we've ever seen. He's the greatest dad we've ever seen. Look at the judges. Look at the judges, don't you know? Mitch McConnell. Okay, look at the judges. Okay, we'll look at the judges. You could thank Harry Reid more than you could thank him for the judges. Harry Reid's the one with the whole screw to nuclear option deal that McConnell then turned around and used. Anybody in that position would have used it. Even if you do give him credit on the judges. Okay, so what's his name gets to ruin the country from the Department of Justice instead of on the Supreme Court? Okay. All right, fine. Mitch McConnell has been, amongst other things, the biggest single debt creator the Republicans have ever had holding any kind of leadership position ever. If you remember back to 2004, I want you just to think about if the roles were reversed in 2014 or whatever it was. Maybe it was a little earlier than that. No, I think it was 14. Well, the Republicans held both the Senate and the House. And I want you to think reverse if it was a Republican president and the Democrats held both the Senate and the House, what they would be doing to a Republican president. They would be tying them up in every way possible. Here's McConnell with Obama making sure all of his judges get through and get votes, making sure all of his trillion-dollar budgets get through and get votes, making sure his amnesty gets through and gets votes. McConnell just sits there and goes, come on, Barack, just get it through here, Barack. Get it through. We'll get it through for you. This is the legacy of Mitch McConnell. When Obama wanted to turn the trade provision of the Constitution on its head, there's good old Mitch to let him do it. And what was Mitch's reason back then? Well, it's not just for Obama, you know. It's going to be for the next president, too. Oh, really? Okay, great. Well, he did it with 18 months left in Obama's presidency. So what about that? He didn't care about that. He cared about making friends that would then turn support him so he could stay in power for always, forever. He always surrendered the power of the purse every single time he had any opportunity, and that's something, unfortunately, that has been pervasive in the Republican Party, even in the House, as we're seeing right now again. Mitch McConnell is one of the more evil, diabolical leaders the Republicans have ever had in office. Oh, that's a little harsh, Damon. Okay, well, maybe it is. No, but it's damn well true. Because he would backstab real conservatives forever. If you tried to cross Mitch McConnell, as Rick Scott found out just here recently, is the last example I could think of, when he tried to put his name up for leadership, he tried to ruin him as well, as he did with Rick Santorum, as he did with Rick Scott, as he's done with others. You could go down the list. as he's done with candidate after candidate after candidate after candidate. He has continually tried to destroy good conservatives, whether it's fundraising against them, campaigning against them. He wasn't for Reagan. He wasn't for Trump. He's not for MAGA. He wasn't for the Tea Party. He would backstab people at every turn. He would turn against conservatives and then go back people like Susan Collins and Lisa Murkowski, who would then, thank you, Mitch, thank you, Mitch. And then they would back Mitch. So he was always there. He'd spend whatever amount of money he had to spend to trash conservative Republicans in all these races. I've always told you that. He'd stick his fat mush right in these races where it didn't belong in order to elect people that would bow the knee to him. And that's how he played the game. He forever put himself up there and tried to position himself as some kind of political genius when he's just the opposite. But, you know, he's got Thune, he's got Corn, he's got these losers that will jump off the cliff with him. And that's the problem. And that's the problem going forward, too. But if you notice, he's going to hang around just long enough to try to screw Donald Trump one more time through another election season. Mm-hmm. If you notice that. Why does he have to wait till whenever? How about right now? How about an hour ago? How about 3 hours ago? How about get out?
Yeah.
Head to the dog track now. Put a little pin on your little thing. Says, I used to be Mitch McConnell, leader of the Senate, and go sit and watch the dogs run around the track and just get out of here. I mean, but for all these, Tom Cotton today and all these, and Speaker Johnson putting out all these paragraphs on Mitch McConnell. It's like, here's the reason. Guy's a disaster. He's been a disaster. The single biggest debt creator we've ever seen in the Republican Party. Voted for more inflationary bills, voted with Biden and Obama more than he's ever voted for any Republican president. He's ushered through trillions and trillions and trillions of deficit spending, trillions and trillions of infrastructure, trillions and trillions of all these bills. He sits there and he finds these, he delivers whatever Republicans the Democrat president needs at the time. That's his legacy. Not, oh, look at the judges. The judges, we're told. Anybody in that position could have got those judges through.
Now, my question is there needs to be a special election, right? Because this is not his, he just got voted back in a couple of years ago. Remember, he needed Trump to get in. He was losing.
Oh, Trump endorsed him, which is
right.
Mind-boggling. Just mind-boggling.
So now there must be a special election, or does the governor get to pick, get to anoint who the next senator is going to be?
I haven't even gotten that far because I don't know why he has to hang on till whenever he said he's going to hang on to.
Right.
Just get out. And people, instead of writing these damn letters about how nice he is or how effective he is, which is all a bunch of BS, how about write some letters and say, okay, if you're going to write thank you, Mitch, for your service, follow it with, please leave now. How about that? I could accept those kind of letters. Mitch, you've been great. Thanks so much. We understand the sun is setting. Please leave. Do it today for the better of the country and for the betterment of the party so we can get Thune or Cornyn in there and have him be worse than you. I mean, that's a whole nother story.